Fretzens Disposal, and Viking Garage Door. Saturday night, the MRA Rodeo, and Sunday night, the Demolition Derby. Enjoy a carnival you can afford with just one ticket per ride, any age. Details at StevensCountyFair.org.
I'm Jerry Peterson, chaplain to the Otter Tail County Sheriff's Posse. Being a part of an all-volunteer Otter Tail County Sheriff's Posse can be a rewarding experience. Through the years, they have located missing persons and most of all provided security and traffic control for area events like East and West Otter Tail County Fairs and Phelps Mill Festival. We need new members. Anyone interested in joining the Otter Tail County Sheriff's Posse can call 218-298-8555. Retirees are welcome.
It's Morning Talk on News Talk 1250 KBRF, brought to you by Pioneer Care and Fergus Falls Monument Company. Now, here's Mary Dolan and Dave Bishop.
Good Monday morning. It is, 10 after 9 and a beautiful rainy day. How's it going, Mary?
And a rainy night. Oh, my goodness. It just rained and rained and rained. I don't know what, if you've gotten a chance to, or somebody has called in from around the area, or we know about how much rain we got overnight. It seemed like a lot, or maybe it was a little that just kept coming.
Kept coming and coming.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I can bring up our weather.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, because it seemed like where I was last night on the north side of Lake Lida, we had rain just about all day and all night, and there were a couple of times when it just plain old poured. And so I guess I'd never even looked at the rain gauge before I left today.
9/10 of an inch in Fergus Falls and 1 inch in Pelican.
Wow. Okay, so that's significant rain.
Decent amount of rain, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. More in the forecast?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much a good chunk of the week.
Wow. Okay. Well, this is so atypical of the first part of August, when normally where our lawns are completely dried out and we're worrying about getting our boats off the lifts and that sort of thing. And this year, not the case.
No, it's kind of nice. I was out mowing over the weekend, and it's like, wow, look at all this grass.
All this, I know, all this grass and all this water. So anyway, I don't know what this does farming-wise. Do they need that, or do we need to turn it off here anytime soon?
They need to turn it off before they start harvesting, but until they
Right.
start harvesting, I mean, just
It's probably good.
fill those pods.
Okay. Well, over the weekend, I was struck by this. I actually had a friend who was bringing some of her girlfriends in from another state for the weekend, and they were going to be landing in Fargo, and she said, hey, we're looking for a good place to, like maybe have dinner and whatever, dinner and drinks or whatever.
Yep.
In downtown Fargo.
I don't go downtown.
And I'm like, oh boy. I said, you know what? And this was my response. I said, first of all, your friends are coming from Chicago and they want to go downtown Fargo versus the lake? I'm like, you have crazy friends. And then I said, I'm sorry, I don't know anything. And I really don't. I don't even know. I haven't been downtown Fargo in a long time. And I don't know what's down there in terms of bars and restaurants and that sort of thing. And my response to her was, I don't know much about downtown Fargo except how to get out of there. And no sooner had I said that I see that there's 2 people dead in 2 separate shootings over the weekend.
Yep. One of them downtown Fargo, the other one in South Fargo.
Wow. And within just a short time of each other.
Yeah, half hour.
Yeah, they don't think they're related. I don't think, or are they looking?
They looked into it, but they said at this time they don't think they're related.
Do you know, here's a scary thing. There were more deaths from shooting in Fargo this weekend than there were in Chicago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. 19 shot in Chicago, 1 dead. And I don't know how they're counting how many were shot at in Fargo, but there are
3 shot in Fargo, 2 dead.
2 dead. Okay. So, I mean, per capita, doesn't look so good for the city of Fargo. And I tell you what, I think part of the problem is that we're these people are being arrested, and then they are being let out.
Yep.
The guy who they think is the shooter in this instance had robbed someone at gunpoint for something like $3,000. And he spent 45 days in jail, and that's it. And it was looked at, he was charged with a misdemeanor. Now, therein lies the problem. A slap on the wrist for these people isn't going to do it.
No.
And that's why there are no consequences. So if you can live with yourself for shooting and killing someone, you probably won't even be in jail all that long.
Nope.
That is if they catch you.
If they catch them.
Yeah. So I think that's really disturbing for downtown Fargo.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a shame that we have to say, gosh, I wouldn't go downtown Fargo in the evening. Just don't do it.
I don't think I've been in downtown Fargo since my 20s. I mean,
I've maybe been there since then, but
I mean, to do stuff. We were just at Sanford, that medical center down there
Yep.
a couple months ago. But outside of that, I don't feel the need to go downtown.
Yeah, I bet it's been 15 years maybe since I've been downtown. There used to be some really fun kind of eclectic shopping,
Oh, yeah.
some really different stuff, and there were some really good restaurants. There
used to be a couple good record shops. I know the
Yes,
Green
yeah.
Lantern was kind of a cool place to check
Yeah.
out, and it's just,
and now you kind of don't know where you're safe in going out in downtown Fargo anymore. So anyway, I thought that was interesting that, first of all, I had responded to her, I don't know anything about downtown Fargo except how to get out of there. And it turns out that this weekend was a good weekend to be out of there.
yep.
Okay, this absolutely makes me crazy. That all the Democrats from Texas that got on a plane and went to Illinois just so that they can avoid a quorum to make a vote on something that they don't want to vote on.
Well, it's like what Minnesota did. The
Exactly.
Democrats in the House, skipped out for 20-something days.
Yep. And you know what? I think they all should have been held accountable.
Yep.
And it turns out that their governor in Texas, he's not taking this lightly. He is threatening to remove those House Democrats from office if they don't return by 3 o'clock this afternoon. Now, I don't know anything about that, if that's legal, if that can actually be done. Dozens of Texas Democratic state representatives arrived in Chicago on Sunday night to stall the vote. Boy, talk about running away. Same thing happened in Minnesota. Shortly after Abbott released his statement, the Texas House Democratic Caucus issued a simple response, writing, "Come and take it." The statement also described Republicans' proposed districts, which would potentially secure the 5 new GOP U.S. House seats in next year's midterm elections, as a racist, mid-decade redistricting scheme.
I love how everything is always racist.
It is always racist. Even ads for jeans these days become racist. Anyway, Abbott criticized the Democrats' dramatic departure, starting his call for them to return with "Real Texans don't run from a fight." And here's the deal. Those people in Texas, they put those people in those jobs to do the job for them, for people of Texas. Now, how long can they stay gone? I don't know.
What if they're going to find a bastion that is going to protect them? Chicago would be it.
Yeah, I suppose so. But yeah, I just think what a horrible thing to do. I don't know. The news just gets more and more hard to take and hard. What I don't get is there's so many things that the Democrats as a whole are so angry about, and they're ridiculous things. I just saw a Facebook post. Somebody was mad about the president reinstating the presidential fitness deal in schools. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Remember we had to climb the rope? We had
Arnold
to...
Schwarzenegger
Yeah.
was the big proponent of it.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Presidential Fitness Challenge.
yes, remember that?
Yep.
So let's get kids moving again, and let's getting them, introducing them to being healthy and strong. Oh, so do you know what the beef was there? So they said, it's going to be hard to do the presidential fitness challenge when free breakfast has been taken away and SNAP benefits are no longer available, these kids will be hungry and weak. I'm like, oh my goodness. So, I just don't know how you can fight against trying to make kids healthier, stronger. But everything comes back to programs that are being
Class
cut.
warfare.
Should we talk about the programs that are being cut? Most of them are, a lot of them, the part that's being cut out is the fraudulent part. The part that's being paid to people who shouldn't be getting it. And I don't know, it is so frustrating to me. If I didn't have to monitor Facebook for business purposes, I would be so gone from there, because there's so many people that I have seen post things that I today now feel real differently about them, because it's so hard for me to believe that they can't have just a tiny bit of common sense. But I think that's out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too much of that. Well, the Senate confirmed former Fox News TV host and Trump supporter Jeanine Pirro as the top U.S. federal prosecutor. Pirro, a former New York State district attorney and county judge, was confirmed along with party lines 50-45. She was known for her support of Trump and baseless claims of election fraud. The Senate adjourned for a monthly recess without advancing other Trump nominees. And a volcano on Russia's far eastern peninsula erupted for the first time in hundreds of years, following a massive 8.8 magnitude earthquake. And this volcano sent ash about 3.5 miles into the sky.
Ooh.
And images showed dense clouds of ash rising above the volcano, with no ashfall reported in areas that are inhabited by people. The eruption triggered a 7.0 magnitude earthquake and tsunami warning. So that was...
Earthquake, volcano earthquake.
Yeah, I know. Wow. Yeah, that's for sure. Let's see what else we have for you today. Did you see that... oh gosh, now her name escaped me. She was on... she was married to...
Oh, Lonnie Anderson?
Yeah, Lonnie Anderson. Married to...
Burt Reynolds.
For a time. But they had a real tumultuous marriage.
Yeah.
Remember that? And WKRP in Cincinnati,
Yep.
which in the early days here at KBRF, I felt sometimes like we were on WKRP. I mean, in a good way.
Yeah.
We just had, we had great staff, and there was a lot of fun. And we did some goofy things. We, just had a lot of fun. And I think of like election nights when the whole team of people,
Yep.
It didn't matter what your job was here. Everybody was here on election night. And, all the things that we used to do, that we would cover, that the whole team, everybody in the place would go to all of these events. And things are different now because we don't have to do all those things. We don't have to be people in place. We can do it, remotely. And so there's a lot of technology that has allowed us to, maybe work smarter, not harder kind of thing. But as I look back on some of those days in radio and some of the crazy, goofy stuff we did, it was really fun. And it was not quite as crazy as WKRP, but a little like that.
Yeah, I think, Jen, one of the surprising things when we first started dating is her realizing just how weird the radio industry is and what it's like to work there.
Yeah. Well,
There is no normal.
We have had some very colorful people in
Oh,
and
yeah.
out of the doors in my time here. And many of those people we still stay connected with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it as you look back, it's just a lot of fun to take a look at that. There is a guy by the name of Jake Schmidt. He's from Buffalo, New York, and he is living in Utah, and he endured a traumatic incident in the mountains when his off-road vehicle rolled off a cliff, flipping multiple times. Despite sustaining injuries like a broken leg, fractured ankles, broken ribs, and bruises, Schmidt managed to crawl and drag himself for over 11 hours. And he did so with the help of his dog, Buddy. I probably should have saved this for a feel-good. The 6-year-old German short-hair pointer stayed with him, providing companionship and illumination from a light on his collar. Did the dog really know he was helping? I think dogs have that instinct, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you don't. Because of your particular dog.
Yeah.
Schmidt eventually reached safety after driving to a diner for help and was later reunited with the dog at a hospital. A GoFundMe campaign has raised over $20,000 to assist with his medical expenses. So a good end to what could have been a tough story, for sure.
I mean, cartwheeling down a cliff, that's not good.
No, certainly not. And so anyway, those are some of the things that happened over the weekend in both, I guess, regionally and globally, for that matter. Things don't seem to be settling down in Russia anytime soon.
No.
President Trump has actually made sure that there are some submarines that are in place. Nuclear subs have moved into position. And when the president was asked about it, he said, I put out a statement, and the answer is they are in the region where they have to be. That was his answer.
Well, the funny thing is, I'd be willing to bet there's always subs in that region.
Well, probably so. Anyway, he said they just, they're at the ready, I suppose. And so, I think he answered the question pretty truthfully. Yeah, they're there.
Yeah.
Just like we said, they're ready. Okay, coming up on 9:30, break for the markets, and we're back with more on Morning Talk.
Back with more Morning Talk with Mary Dolan and Dave Bishop. Brought to you by Pioneer Care and Fergus Falls Monument Company. After the markets on News Talk 1250 KBRF. Depend on it.
Today on Hot Talk with the Ox, right away here all about what happened Saturday in St. Paul with the terrorist or activist group 5051 bashing Trump, you, and smashing electronics for some reason. Very weird. The latest from the tariff front too, a recap of the weekend news, but right away test your recall of last week's shows on Heard It on Hot Talk. See you for Hot Talk with the Ox today from 2 to 5 on KBRF.
What's the Ox say?
Summer weather can change quickly, and that's why you can count on News Talk 1250 KBRF and the Fergus Now app for up-to-date weather coverage. We love hearing from you and want to see your severe weather photos, whether it's hail, storm damage, threatening clouds, whatever it might be. To submit your summer severe weather photos, go to kbrfradio.com, then to Weather Spotter page located on the Weather tab. Summer severe weather coverage on News Talk 1250 KBRF.
Community is important, and you'll find it at Pioneer Point. Spacious apartments, thoughtfully designed for older adults, provide the best in senior living. Heated parking and elevator access makes life easy. Your neighbors at Pioneer Point hold a welcoming, family-like approach to living. Choosing from an array of special features and options, you'll find many ways to define your lifestyle at Pioneer Point. Call or schedule your tour online today at pioneercare.org.
Injured or ill and unsure about work? Minnesota Retain offers free expert help to get you back to work safely. Visit mnretain.com or call 507-284-4537. The contents of this ad were developed under Grant H421F240147 from the U.S. Department of Education. The department does not mandate or prescribe practices, models, or any other activities described or discussed in this ad. Paid for by Minnesota Retain. Aired by the Minnesota Broadcasters Association and this station.
I'm Jessica at the Fergus Falls Monument Company. I'm the first person you see when you come through the door, and I also talk to customers every day on the phone. Many of them find choosing a memorial ahead of time is convenient and works best when there is time to plan and think about it. Planning ahead not only gets you the everlasting memorial of your choice, it also helps your family through the grieving process. At Fergus Falls Monument, we can help you plan ahead and choose a memorial made right here locally. Call or stop in or visit us online at foreverstonememorials.com.
Find out why the markets are moving. Get in-depth ag information with the Red River Farm Network on News Talk 1250 KBRF. Depend on it.
Good morning. Market update time here on the Red River Farm Network. I'm Tyler Donaldson. Grains starting out the week mixed here with corn anywhere from 1/4 cent to lower to 3/4 cent higher. AgMarket.net market analyst Matt Bennett says that weather and crop progress are preventing the grains from finding much footing.
The weather's just been too good to put together a sustained rally, for this time of year. I mean, of course, everyone's looking forward to this August WASDE, but what am I looking for? I mean, to me, there's a couple different things that could potentially give us a little boost. I mean, for one thing, this morning the dollar's really been worked over, but I mean, the last couple of weeks, the dollar's been strong, and so dollar's down 400 plus points here. It looks like we're back under the 50-day moving average. So there's a chance that, if it would close here, then I think it would, maybe look like it's topped out for the time being, which could give commodities at least a little support.
Cattle markets trading higher on fundamentals.
Last week, of course, we got Tomahawk there toward the end of the week on Thursday. Just a huge drop in prices. But, whenever you look overall at what cash prices were for the week, you still saw fats trading up there in the high 2s. So, I've got to think that there's still a lot of folks out here looking at this saying fundamentally it's really tough to sell this thing off. I think the scarier portion for me would be feeders. I mean, feeders, they took an $8 hit there on Thursday, but, we're back within $3 or $4 of where we set that high on Thursday. So the feeder market concerned me more because...
Reporting agriculture's business, you are listening to the Red River Farm Network.
There's nothing like gathering with people who understand your work and your way of life. Spend a day at Minnesota Farm Fest connecting with your community and exploring what's next in ag. Get behind the wheel of the latest equipment, dive into discussions on ag policy, and see your neighbors compete in the new skid steer rodeo. Plus, enjoy great food, live music, and fun around every corner. For tickets, visit farmfest.com. Come celebrate what you grow and who you grow it with, only at FarmFest.
From pre to post-emergence, BASF has the entire dry bean portfolio covered for weed control. BASF Business Rep Ben Sigelski.
Another consideration to think about when you go out there with your post application is to put another residual product in the tank with your first pass post. Try to get some more lay-by out there. Keep the weeds at bay until your dry bean crop gets to a full canopy and chokes out the weed pressure. BASF, our lead recommendation in that application would be Outlook herbicide.
Find out more by contacting your ag retailer or BASF representative.
Harvest Hotline brings you daily updates with farmers, custom harvesters, elevator managers, and more. Get the latest on harvest progress, yields, and what's happening in the field. Harvest Hotline can be heard weekdays at 12:37 during Agriculture Today. Harvest Hotline brought to you by Ag Country Farm Credit Services, Amity Technology, North Dakota Mill, and U.S. Custom Harvesters. We're the Red River Farm Network, reporting agriculture's business.
Early mornings, late nights, rain, snow, sunshine. It's the rhythm of the day for the American farmer and rancher. We get it. The Red River Farm Network is here to help you make informed decisions for your farm. We're proud to deliver farm news, markets, and weather to the innovators and decision makers. Trust Don Wick, Tyler Donaldson, Jamie Dickerman, and Drew Lerner, delivering the information that impacts your bottom line. We're the Red River Farm Network, and we're reporting agriculture's business.
Checking quotes, September wheat Minneapolis down 1/4 cent, 5.72. September Chicago wheat up 2.5 to 5.19 1/4. KC hard red winter wheats up 3/4 now a penny, even at 5.20. September corn up 3/4 to 3.90 1/4. September soybeans are at 9.75 1/2, up 6 cents so far this morning. November canola is down $12.90 per metric ton to 682.50 Canadian. August live cattle up $1.55 at 231.67. August feeders up 247, sitting at 337.05. August hogs up 30 cents, 107.65. You're listening to the Red River Farm Network.
Today on Hot Talk with the Ox, right away hear all about what happened Saturday in St. Paul with the terrorist or activist group 5051 bashing Trump, you, and smashing electronics for some reason. Very weird. The latest from the tariff front, too. A recap of the weekend news, but right away test your recall of last week's shows on Heard It on Hot Talk. See you for Hot Talk with the Ox today from 2 to 5 on KBRF.
What's the ox say?
Summer weather can change quickly, and that's why you can count on News Talk 1250 KBRF and the Fergus Now app for up-to-date weather coverage. We love hearing from you and want to see your severe weather photos, whether it's hail, storm damage, threatening clouds, whatever it might be. To submit your summer severe weather photos, go to kbrfradio.com, then to Weather Spotter page located on the Weather tab. Summer severe weather coverage on News Talk 1250 KBRF.
The Twins continue this two-city road trip as they head to Detroit for a three-game series. The Twins have not yet announced a starter, but the Tigers will throw Casey Mize. Mize holds a 9-4 record with a 3.43 ERA for the AL Central leading Tigers. The Menards pregame lineup card begins at 5 p.m. with first pitch at 5:40, right here on your home for Twins baseball.
News Talk 1250 AM KBRF. Depend on it.
Layton Media has an amazing opportunity to add a media consultant to our Fergus Falls team. If you have energy, integrity, and a passion to talk to people, you might be the perfect fit. We want someone that is not only a go-getter, but a team player who's eager to be part of a successful, supportive team. If you're ready to make an impact with the businesses we work with, we want to hear from you. Apply today at layton.media and become part of a team that values community, integrity, and growth. That's layton.media to apply. Your success starts here.
News Talk 1250 KBRF. Listen anytime, any place with the Fergus Now app on your phone. Going through today, a little bit of rain. We'll see a chance of showers and thunderstorms off and on for a good chunk of the week. Thursday looks good, but by Thursday night, more rain back at us. 9:37, it's Morning Talk on News Talk 1250 KBRF, and one of my favorite segments, Two Marys and a Dave.
And we say good morning to Mary at the American Legion. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Well, good. Rainy day, and I don't know, this kind of weather today makes me think of maybe some comfort food on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, and you guys know how to fill that bill.
We do. We'd love to have you join us. We have carry-out starts at 11 Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and goes till 8. Then again on Saturday from 3 till 8, and you can dine in all 4 days from 3 until 8. So give us a call. You can get it to go or dine in. We'll take care of you either way. We'd love to see you.
That sounds great. Well, every Wednesday through Saturday, all your favorites are up for grabs at the American Legion. And, of course, every week there's a Wednesday special. And, Mary, what's it going to be this week?
This week's the Wednesday special is a chicken supreme sandwich with JoJo potatoes and a treat.
Oh, those
So that's
JoJo
the chicken
potatoes are
Yeah,
so good.
They're delicious.
Yeah,
but
tell
a
us-
chicken breast with cheese and bacon and barbecue sauce and a nice toasted bun with the JoJo potatoes. And so it'll be a good one.
Yeah, those JoJo potatoes I love. I've never met a potato I didn't like, right? So, that sounds just delicious. And, of course, now we're into a new month, so you've had to decide on some new dessert features.
We did. So we have plain cheesecake, and we have a white cake with vanilla buttercream frosting.
Ooh.
And then we have a lemon cream cheese pie.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Some things we've not tried before. So, and we'll still keep making strawberry rhubarb as long as we have rhubarb. So, we'll keep that pie on the docket too. It's been such a good seller.
Okay, that sounds great. Well, it's kind of like me and potatoes, but then when you add cream cheese to anything, it doubles the good flavor, right?
For sure, and then you
Yeah.
add a little sugar to that.
Oh boy, that sounds really
Even
good to
better.
me.
And a graham cracker crust. so
Oh,
it's
and
just
lemon, yum! It sounds
Yes,
so
perfect.
good. Super summery too, by the way. And I don't care how many back to school ads you're seeing. There is a whole month and then some left of summer, people. So just tap the brakes a little bit, right?
Oh, there's plenty of summer left. It's going to get hot again and humid again, and just you got to enjoy the last month as much as you can, I guess.
Absolutely. And if you need somebody to help you do the cooking, American Legion is right there for you. Whether you take it to go or I always encourage people to just grab the whole family and sit around the table. Dave, I know he does that a lot with his family. And it's
they
just, yeah, it's a good spot, and it's a good time for families to get together and visit across the table. So, Mary, what's the number to call if we would like to order the Wednesday special or visit with you about any sides we might need for something coming up?
Sure, we'd love to help you. So give us a call at 739-4633, and we'll take care of you.
Okay, sounds great. Mary, you have a good week.
You as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Mary from the American Legion, our guest and sponsor on the show. So there you have it. Chicken Supreme sandwich and JoJo potatoes. And, of course, there's always a treat
That sounds
that
so
goes
good.
with it. I love those JoJo potatoes. If you don't know what they are, they're like...
Potato wedges.
Yeah, they're wedges. They're big, I was going to say steak fries, kind of. But they're even bigger than that.
Yeah.
And they're kind of breaded, would you say, kind of? I
Well,
don't know.
when
There's
you- when you
something,
fry
or
'em, they- yeah,
seasoned maybe or something, but so good. Anyway, that sounds really good to me, and that is the Wednesday special at the American Legion. Well, yeah, we have got another story for you. Are you familiar with Margot Robbie?
Yep.
Reportedly in negotiations to star in Tim Burton's upcoming remake of the classic Attack of the 50-Foot Woman.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know there was an original. The original movie follows a wealthy heiress who, after a close encounter with an alien, transforms into a towering figure and seeks retribution against her unfaithful husband. Oh dear. Never caught that one. Burton is set to direct the film for Warner Brothers, which had previously commissioned an initial screenplay draft. And anyway, sounds like an interesting
Yeah, I mean, she's an
premise for the show.
okay actress. I mean,
I got to think of who that was.
well, she was Barbie in Barbie. She's in Wolf of Wall Street. She was in
yeah, okay.
Harley Quinn. I mean, she's been in a lot of major movies.
Okay. Well, now I don't love those kind of. I'm not a sci-fi person, so.
Well, I mean, like
This
Wolf
sounds-
of Wall Street wasn't a sci-fi movie.
No, the Attack of the 50-Foot Woman was though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about the movies I just rattled off.
Oh yeah,
but,
no, she's.
I'll probably miss this.
Yeah, I think I will miss this one too. Yeah. Okay, a recent study reveals that a concerning trend, another one of these trends that I think parents especially need to know about, and it has led to increased deaths among American youth due to the misuse of nitrous oxide, commonly known as laughing gas. So
Yep.
nitrous is what you get when you go to the dentist.
They've been using this stuff since I was a kid.
They have, you're right. Deaths related to its use surged, though, 578%. That's a surge, all right.
Yeah.
Between 2010 and 2023. 156 fatalities reported in 23 alone. The availability of nitrous oxide is, it comes in various flavors, easy online access, and there is a lack of age restrictions, so that's why kids are getting a hold of it. Kids are so smart and savvy about
Yeah.
technical stuff and ordering things online.
I remember when my high school friends used to use it. I had some that were
Yeah.
a little less reparable than others. But, I mean, I won't get into the way that they procured it, but they procured it in a way that you can go to any grocery store and get.
Really?
I won't say it on the air, but I'll tell you off the air.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that. I feel like I was a little.
There's a reason why it's nicknamed Whippets.
Oh, yes. Okay. All right. Well, see, you know more about that than I do. Okay, let's talk about something a little more fun, like international travel. That probably doesn't sound fun to you because travel stresses you out. And to some degree.
To some degree.
Yeah, to some degree it does me too. I mean, I'm one of those people, I really want to be at the airport. They tell you 2 hours. I really do want to be there 2 hours before my flight. Because I would rather sit at the airport and know that everything's cool and I just have to wait and read a book, go get a cup of coffee, than take a chance on being in your car, having car trouble. I mean, there's just so many things that could go wrong, I guess. And when you travel,
I've seen it all.
Infrequently, as I would say that I do, you know, a couple times a year. And so then, I mean, it's not like it's old hat like somebody who, you know, works in you know, some kind of job where they have to travel all the time. Of course, they don't think twice about those kinds of things. But you and I do. Well, anyway, there's a recent survey out there by this is a language learning platform, and it reveals that over 64 million Americans avoid traveling to destinations where they need to speak a foreign language.
I can see that.
I mean, it certainly does make things more difficult. I guess good for us Americans that many countries around the world
speak
English. And so you could get by, I think, if you had to. And then we have apps on our phone that will help us with
translation,
that kind of thing too. Despite acknowledging the importance of learning basic phrases before travel abroad, about 58% of Americans actually do so. I think I would do that if I'm traveling to I might.
I'd figure
like
out the basics.
Yeah, like where's the bathroom? You know,
the one that I always remember, no matter what class it was that they taught. One interesting thing they did in Fergus schools is 6th grade he took a little German, 7th grade he took a little Spanish, 8th grade he took a little bit of French. But the phrase that they always kept teaching that I didn't understand why I would ever need if I was in a foreign language is where's the library?
I was just, I know. I had 4 years of French, and that's what I walked away with, is where's the library?
It's like, I don't need the library.
Oh, I know.
I need the bathroom.
You know, isn't that funny? I remember learning that phrase too. Like, we needed to know that.
Yeah.
Anyway, surprisingly, France also ranks high on the list of, well, lots of places do, including China, Japan, South Korea are among the most intimidating destinations due to their unique writing systems and tonal languages. They've got so many different dialects. They do say that France is difficult too, due to cultural perceptions. The main barriers to learning local languages include difficulty, reliance on English, negative school experiences, lack of time, and fear of causing offense. I just want to know where the bathroom is. That's all I need to know.
Yo necesito el baño.
Yeah. However, those who make the effort report smoother navigation. Just kind of fun to go with somebody who knows the country that you're traveling to. That's what I would be wanting to do. I'm not super adventurous in thinking, whatever, you know, I'll just go with the flow. Whatever happens, happens. I think I'm not quite that forgiving anymore.
My oldest and his buddies are going down to Mexico again for New Year's. It seems like they always take an international trip for New Year's, and I am like, you know, maybe this time you should probably download Babbel or something and just pick up a little bit of Spanish.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Because it got him in trouble last time.
I sort of wish that I had taken those 4 years of French, and although I loved French class, and we have a lot of
Spanish would have made more sense.
Spanish would have made a whole lot more sense.
Yeah, see, I took 2 years of Spanish, or 2 years of French.
Yeah, and I had 4, and I walked away with very little. Like you said, I can get to the library, and do you remember Sylvie? Ooh, Sylvie. Yes, she's at the bibliothèque. Oh, boy. All right, here is a guy from Wyoming. His name is Kevin. He was arrested at Buffalo Niagara International Airport after allegedly taking a motorized cart for a joyride on the moving walkway. Yeah, they wouldn't like that. I'm surprised that even fits on there. Anyway, he caused damage to the cart and airport property while driving recklessly, of course. Witnesses captured the chaotic scene on video as airport workers tried to stop him. I wonder if alcohol was involved here. What do you think?
Alcohol or other illicit substances may have been a factor.
Yeah. Reported, oh yeah, here it is. Answer to our question. He was reportedly intoxicated, was apprehended by police at the end of the walkway. I wonder if you get a DUI for driving one of the carts at the airport.
Yep. You can get a DWI on your bike. You can get a DWI on a horse. You can get yeah.
Oh my. He faces charges of criminal mischief, grand larceny, and disorderly conduct. Incidences like this are rare due to security measures in place for airport maintenance vehicles. Authorities are investigating the situation further to determine what his intentions were. He sounds like a drunk on a joyride to me.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that didn't go over very well. Here's an unusual rescue operation that took place in British Columbia's Boulder Fields area, where this team had to respond to a 911 call about someone making repeated cries for help. The team split into two groups to search the forests and local roads, but the person in distress was soon discovered to be a solo camper singing Nickelback songs loudly enough to be mistaken for a distress call.
Nickelback is a distress call.
Well, and then talk about the guy doing the singing or the woman.
Oh.
I don't. It was a guy. Anyway, the singing was so bad, and I guess if you don't like Nickelback, maybe that was part of it too. Anyway, described as distress, and turns out it was just his singing. He wasn't in trouble, they say, unless you count his singing. He should be in trouble for that, they say. The rescue team noted that their services are always free, and the money saved could be better spent on singing lessons for this enthusiastic camper.
Wow.
The identity of the karaoke camper and the specific songs he was performing for the woodland creatures were not disclosed in the report. I suppose Nickelback wouldn't like that.
No.
It's kind of funny, though.
It's kind of like when I was mowing a couple weeks ago, and I'm singing Led Zeppelin Rock and Roll. Because for some reason, I love that song, and I got to sing it when I'm doing it. I've got my earbuds on, I'm mowing, and all of a sudden my neighbor starts walking over. He had to ask me a question. I'm like, oh, sorry about that, Dave. Every time I hear that song, I got to sing it. And he goes, and you were doing a very poor job.
Oh, that's funny. I've encountered people at the Y before who are wearing earbuds when they work out, and they kind of get into it, and they sort of forget where they are, and they begin singing. It's pretty funny sometimes.
I'll be doing like the 5K, like the Lake Region Run, and that song comes on, and I got to air drum, and then when it gets they've been a long time, I hit that high gravelly, and it's fun, but you don't want to listen to it.
Speaking of music, I had fun this weekend. I got together with a group of my cousins, and we were on Little Sand Lake, north of Dorset, Minnesota. Okay. So Park Rapids, Dorset, and then Dorset is basically almost on Little Sand Lake. Anyway, I spent part of the weekend there, and so we were out on the pontoon, and and they had music playing, and it was the greatest playlist. So I said, oh my goodness, is this your own playlist, or do you have like a some kind of service,
Spotify
like
or something,
Spotify or whatever running? And he said, nope, this is my, what did he call it? We only know the chorus playlist. So all these like 1980 songs where nobody knows like the verses, but when you get to the chorus, everybody knows the chorus. I thought that was a great name for that playlist. But anyway, all right, and we did a lot of singing out loud, and there was some good and some not so good, as you might guess, in a group of 8 or 10 or something like that. All right, in show of support, Jimmy Kimmel has rented a billboard in West Hollywood declaring, "I'm voting for Stephen." Speaking of Stephen Colbert, who got canceled. And despite Kimmel's own Jimmy Kimmel Live being nominated in the same Outstanding Talk Series category at the Emmys, he is publicly rooting for Colbert's show to win. This gesture comes as Colbert's program has been nominated for 33 Emmys since 2017, but has yet to secure a victory. They announced that Colbert's Late Show franchise would end next year and has sparked some controversy. I'm really surprised. Normally, when a big show like that gets canceled, you are released. You are done.
Yeah.
He gets until next May to bash everybody as badly as he wants to because he's got nothing to lose. Do you think he'll last until May? Or is there some contractual obligation?
I don't know.
But I mean, he already has gone after people pretty hard, and he's got nothing to lose. He's I would guess that there is a contract there that keeps him there until May. And Fantastic Four remains number one at the box office. This is weekend 2 for them, but it fell off dramatically from week 1. So this is probably grossed about $40 million. That's pretty
That's not bad.
That's pretty good sum. Bad Guys 2, which is a cartoon
Animated,
feature, that debuted with a better than expected domestic opening, $22.5 million. Naked Gun revival. Oh boy. What are all these revivals? Can't they think of anything new? Starring Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson. Interesting couple. Let's see. Superman is now in its 4th week. And let's see, what are they opened at? In 3rd place. So Superman at number 3. So that's hung in there for quite a while.
I was talking movies with Derek a little bit before we came on, and he's like, Superman is so much better than Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
And I'd seen Fantastic Four. I hadn't seen Superman, but yeah, it's one of those things where it's the battle of the huge franchises.
Yeah. Well, and just in case you wanted to know the cleanest city in America, do you want to guess?
Peoria, Illinois.
South Bend, Indiana. So you're not
close.
Super far off. So South Bend, that's Notre Dame, right?
Yep, just outside of Chicago.
Yeah. So there you go. Cleanest city in the United States. I don't know what the criteria was there, but anyway. Coming up on 10 o'clock, that is going to wrap up the show. Our show today and every day brought to us by Pioneer Care and by Fergus Monument Company. Have a great day.